The best advice I ever received when I started my career in medicine was from a paramedic who told me that you're going to play a character in someone else's play. A lot of these plays are going to be in their worst moments, their most life-changing, their scariest. And the character that you play can not only affect that scene, but it can affect the rest of their play. I've been lucky enough to practice medicine for about 5 years, and I've taken that piece of advice into every single room that I've walked into. And it's not only changed other people's lives, it's changed mine. All of these stories, all of these plays bring so many moments. There's really sad moments. I've coded children, I've taken care of patients who have been raped and abused. I've had thrilling moments. To fly through O'Hare Airport, I actually was a part of helping some non-medical folks save a United pilot who coded in the middle of the airport. I've had scary moments. I've taken care of abused women and had their partner follow me home. I've had moments that get in the way of taking care of patients. I was the first PA in my hospital, and several of the doctors felt that it was their mission to remind me that my letters didn't match theirs. They would eat my food. They would throw my things on the floor in front of staff. They would come into rooms after I'd stabilized patients and say, "How is my girl or my assistant taking care of you?" You may not know me at all, but I didn't handle those quietly nor calmly. And then there's moments you just don't get it right. I had a patient come in for abdominal pain, and I started my usual spiel of, on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being me cutting your legs off with a dull saw, how bad's your pain? At which point he wiggled his bilateral amputations at me from under the blanket. You don't come back from that, ever. I just took care of a gentleman who cut off most of his thumb, and we agreed to put a biologic splint on, since just sew it back on, because we were in rural America. And as I walked out of the room in an attempt to play the right character, I said, "Hey, I got you," and went. Who does that? You see, the great thing about all these moments is that they shape you. The hard thing about medicine in my mind is that all of these moments come on someone else's timeline. They don't come when you need them. You don't get the uplifting ones when you're having a bad day. You don't get the sad ones when you have a good night's sleep and you're on the start of a stretch. But they also have shaped me and changed me into not only the provider I am today, but the person I am today. The thing is, I want you to know that there's a moment that I need you guys to watch for, because it's coming. And this moment's all about you. You see, all those other moments, you're a character in someone else's play, but there's going to be a moment. And my moment was, my moment was running my first code. The only reason I knew I was running the code was that when everyone turned to ask what to do at the 2-minute mark, I turned around as well. And no one was behind me. And for future reference, that's not how you instill confidence in your routine. Okay, just throwing that out. But as they often do, my first code became my first death notification. And I practiced, I knew what to say, I knew what not to say. And I've done many since, and they're all so unique. In this moment, I walked in and I told this woman that despite our best efforts, her husband had died. And she didn't say a word. She just grabbed my hand and cried. And I sat there. I sat there in her grief. And in that moment, I knew that I was exactly where I was supposed to be. That I was doing what I could to make this world a better place. See, that moment is what gets me so excited to go to work. That moment is what brought me back to school, to have a bigger voice, to do more. That moment is what gets me through all the hard days. And I need you to know that some of these days are hard in school. Studying, having preceptors that are having bad days, prepping for boards, taking care of things, and it gets to be a hard thing. And I need you to know that moment is coming. And if by chance you forget, you can't see it, you call me. I will remind you of the character that you're going to get to play and the moment you will have. Go team.